Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, what is up? This is Olivia Igwe coming live from London. If you guys are watching me on a replay, drop me a hashtag style. Y'all know the drill. I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media and to earn at the same time. So if that is you and you're looking for an extra 500 euros or 5,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds or more, it can be 5,000. It really depends on you. Then absolutely drop me hashtag hybrid. Today, we're going to be talking about, which is really cool. I'm super excited about this. Hey, Jessica, Sasha, Kiara, Oliver, Olivier, comment est-ce que tu vas? Jonathan, super excited today to talk to you guys about, and I think I say network marketing, but it could be personal development. Hey, Zen Michael. This is a topic that I think you guys would probably need to pour more into because I really do believe it will shift within minutes. And why am I talking about this is because today I was on a call with the team and we were doing a presentation, because that's what we do, where we were talking about the business. But I got 3 things. And I think if you guys can incorporate this into your everyday life, then automatically it's completely awesome. Mira love, it's going to completely shift, right? Before I preface what I'm going to say, how are you, my love? I want to say and I heard this on a message today. By the way, for you, Samira, happy Eid, or is it Eid Mubarak? I don't exactly know because I know my sister. I just said happy Eid, so I hope it was fine. Laid, sorry, I should say Laid. Happy Laid and happy Father's Day for the ones that are here on Earth, for the ones that are not, for the ones that are father figures. So yeah, I'm still good, still studying architecture. I love that. Keep on crushing it. I want you guys to embody this. Sometimes in the darkness of what you're going through, you're probably in the storm when you feel that you're just like, you're hustling to study, you're hustling to show up, you're hustling to just do the things that don't make sense, right? Yes, you said it correctly. Okay, perfect. That's cool. Hey, my love, I just saw your message. I'm going to message you once I finish the live. But sometimes when you're in the midst of the darkness, when you're in the midst of things are not working out for you, I want to tell you, sometimes in being in the obscurity of things not working out, of things not aligning, of things not being what they should be, you feel that it's not working out. But sometimes it's not about you are the issue. Right, Samira, Jessica, to Shanique, to Sonia, to Olivier, you're not the problem. It's sometimes just God's protecting you because you need to work on your craft. You need to work on your skills. You need to work on things that before God puts you, or whatever you believe universe puts you onto the stage, he needs to work on you first. I'm on the path right now where nothing is off interest, even food. You found your path. You found your calling. But because you were willing to be in the darkness of being, you know what, I'm just going to narrow it down. I'm going to focus. And that's all I'm going to do all the time. And sometimes in the midst of you showing up and being called in your calling, it removes you from anything else. And when I was talking today and I was telling my story of how I started in the network marketing business, for the ones that don't know, I sell premium nutritional supplements and I build you whatever your dream goal is, if it's extra cash flow, whatever. But I really did believe that I needed to work on different levels. And number 1, you got to work on your freedom. Number 2, you got to find your voice. And number 3, you got to find your skills. What is it that makes you different from anybody else? And I know I put in the top, like I said, it was network marketing, but I'm sure you guys can use it in any kind of way. But I had to find the freedom where I could speak my own voice. From speaking my own voice to finding myself, then I was able to build skills, right? But at the time, I can't do one without doing the other, without implementing the other. You've got to be able to have that balance, right? You can't be a perfect porcelain sculpture if you haven't been broken. I always compare it to kintsugi, which is basically in Japanese art, it's putting pieces together. Like, yeah, you're hurt because, I don't know, your partner never messaged you, right? Or you're hurt because, for me, like mine, I ended up a relationship and I had to move and find a new flat. It could be, friends not talking to you anymore because you've decided to go this path and she doesn't like you going this way. Or it could be, maybe a colleague not liking you at work. And so you got to live with the fact that it's okay to be working with somebody that's challenging, but because it's going to build your skills into being a better person. Right. And so I want you guys to understand that in that, Those are the three things. But in order for you to grow, sometimes you have to be in that cocoon. You have to be in places where it does not make sense, where you're going to have to find your new feet. I'm not your classic network marketer. I don't do things that are just like normal. I do things that are against the green, that are against what people would probably think. Somebody, when some of my friend recruited me, he said, "You can't build on social media." Well, yeah, I can build on social media. One of the reasons why I know I build on social media is because every time I show up, and it's not convenient to go live on Sunday evening and to talk about, network marketing or my products. It's not convenient, but it does not matter, because it doesn't mean that it's not convenient now, that it won't be later on. Right? How do you fight on days where nothing gives you pleasure? So that's an interesting question. So I was going to ask a couple of other salespeople in the same thing. So I always give myself a day of rest. And I don't know if that's something in the freedom part that we're talking, which aligns really, really well, is finding how you can pocket in your days what works. So if there are days where I don't feel I can like pour, I need to shut off. Generally on Sundays, I actually shut off. I'm not on social media. If you guys have seen, there's always, my feed goes to like all my videos, and then I shut off. I'm not on. I don't want to go on. So I have to shut off. So those are the days where I get to recharge. I go to the park. I do babysitting from like one of my friends in Keaton. She has her 3 kids. Like I do that, but I really, really do shut off. But when in the days of I don't feel like doing it, if I can, I was talking to Ariana today. I was saying, if I can do minimums in my day, then I've won. What are the minimums? Is it, I don't know, let's say you have to do 10,000 steps. Romy has like 10,000 steps or 50,000 steps that you have to do every single day. That's the minimum. And then I brush my teeth, I read the Bible or whatever. Like those are the minimums. Hey, Sophia, you got to you have to have minimums every single day that you are non-negotiable, right? Doesn't mean that you're going to perform at a great performance. You may not be able to do, I don't know, 15,000 steps that you usually do, but you do 10,000 steps. So you fight the fact that, okay, if I can't do 1,000% of what I do, could I at least do 5 or 15%? So you still keep the rhythm, right? So one of the reasons why I do CrossFit every single day now, it's because I have to go every single day because I will feel better. Before, I only went 3 times a week. But if I wake up in the morning, read the Bible, read the verse, listen to worship, go to CrossFit and work out, and I've done that, and that's my minimum of the day, I've won. If I'm not able to post, to recruit, to sell, whatever, that's okay. Well, I have minimums on that one. But if I haven't been able to go crazy on it, as I usually do, then I've done my minimums. So hopefully that will help you out, right? And when it doesn't give you pleasure, I always go back to, well, what's the other alternative, right? In the sense of like, if I don't do it now, I know like you're in studying, so it's a bit different. Like you're not going to be in the streets, right? But I always say, if I don't feel like showing up today, can I pour into somebody? Can I give somebody value? I always do this. I always give to someone one day, even if it's one person, 5 people, 5,000, 10,000, doesn't matter. If I can give one advice, a hand, I pour into somebody. At some point, somebody will pour into me some way, shape, or form. It could be like a Bible verse, or some a Quran, or something that's a sermon that's being said that maybe just fuels my heart, and that's all I needed. Right? I don't know if that resonates, my love, on that. That's what works for me, right? Because I tend to sometimes want, like, so I don't watch movies. I don't do anything that relaxes my mind. I'll learn something, but I feel sometimes when I'm learning, it hurts so much of my brain that I'm not being productive, right? So I sometimes have to go down to, okay, and this comes in the second part, which is my voice. Like, how can I use my voice? Can I maybe send a happy birthday message to someone? Or can I, create something? Can I draw something? Can I, create some content that works for me? Because that's my creativity that flows. Can I, do a YouTube video that I'll be posting tomorrow? If you guys don't know, I have a YouTube channel where I post network marketing stuff, and then sometimes I also have to do the vlog, the Paris vlog. I just realized I haven't done it, so that's probably going to be in a week or 2. But those are small things where I'm like, how can I shift my mindset to something else, something creative that floats my boat, right? Because as you're growing in your journey on social media or in on offline, you're going to be needing to find things, pockets that represent you. Like I can talk about CrossFit all the time because I'm a CrossFit girl. I'm not going to talk to you about yoga or calisthenics because I don't do yoga nor calisthenics. I don't know that kind of stuff, but I'll talk to you about CrossFit. So my voice is, I know what I'm talking about all the time. I can talk to you about the Bible because I'm Christian. I can talk to you about the supplements because I know exactly what to do. I can talk to you about, excuse me. I can talk to you about food, right? I can talk to you about building a business online. I can talk to you about network marketing because I can talk about the things that excite me. I don't talk about the things like, and please, no offense, but like war stuff right now, I can't talk to you about it. One, not because it doesn't, it just, it's not my brand. And number two, I prefer praying. That's all I can do, right? I just, my energy is so high that if I talk about something, it's going to build me up. So understanding what drains you, do that early in the morning, and then the rest, do everything at the top, right? Number three is as you're fighting your day and finding things, it's adding skills of how you can get better at maybe time management. I know that if I have three things that I do every single morning, like getting myself this 3 steps, it's very easy, right? So you guys know, read the Bible, the verse, take my supplements, CrossFit. 3 things that I have to do. That's number one in taking care of like my mental health. Next is like the business, 3 steps. Who has my money? Where can I find my money? And then the other one is like, who can I help or get, customer testimonials, whatever. It's my 3 things. Like I'm not doing anything else if it doesn't flow, right? So always put them in 3 so things are just easier. That's what I've learned. That's what has worked for me. So hopefully that's what's also going to work for you in some way, shape, or form. But I don't know if that replied to your question, Samira. Hey, 547 rides. Last thing that I shall leave you with, and I'm trying to keep these lives a little bit shorter so they're not like super long. But yeah, that was helpful. Cool. Love that. Thank you very much. This was very helpful. And it's always like testing and driving what will work for you, my love, right? Like my level of like, the things that I do could be very different for you. Maybe it could be jumping jacks. I was talking to a girlfriend. She has 2 kids. And I was like, maybe CrossFit is not your thing. So maybe listening to 5-minute meditation in the morning and then setting your day up with I don't think she reads the Bible, but whatever. She does something else. And I was like, 5-minute meditation and then stretching is the thing for you. But I always get this thing of, if I don't do it now, will it matter in 5 years? You're welcome, Zen, Michael. So if I don't do what I'm doing now and I don't do it today, will it have a ripple effect in the future? If it does, you are an amazing blessing. Oh, thank you. If it does, then I've got to get to work. So let's say I didn't do what I was supposed to do and reach out or talk to people, whatever, or sell. My thing is if I didn't do what I was supposed to do, if I don't reach out to at least like a minimum of people that I've set in my calendar or whatever, if I haven't reached out to a certain amount of people, what if I had not sent that message to that person, had it not changed their life for some way, shape, or form? I always say we pour from an empty cup. That is what literally, for me, network marketing is the sexiest thing because I care about you. But of course, everybody's intention is very different, right? But I, Olivia Igwe, I want to make sure that whoever I shake hands online, offline, does not matter, that you at some point will remember me for, I don't know, a conversation, or you got sparked up with confidence to show up. I don't care what it is, but I want it to know that you matter to this planet. And I'm sorry, I'm looking outside because there's loads of seagulls, and I'm like, why are there so many seagulls? It's probably food somewhere. Somebody threw some food or some fish or whatever. But those are the things that, and I'll give you this. I'll wrap it up with this, just so you guys like just get the gist of it. I tend to give things without expecting anything. And I was talking to somebody and he was going through a really hard time last couple of days. And I just don't know. I just felt like through the Holy Spirit this morning to just like message him and say, hey, look, I know you've been going through a really rough time, but I just want to tell you that, and I was doubting sending this message. And I just wanted to tell you, look, the month of May blah, blah, blah. You have been a blessing to me. I kid you not. The message I got back, okay, yes, was super short, sweet, like straight to the point. But I felt that the person needed that message, that it went straight to the heart. You never know what a message could do to someone, right? I have an assignment on the 7th of July. If it failed, have to do a year again. And that fear has left me in a rut for the past month. Nothing gives pleasure. Okay, but what if it works? What if it actually does work? Can we look at the future and say, I'm just going to faith it? Can you imagine the amount of going into events, into places I have walked in, and I've had little to no background, no, I'll give you this. I was supposed to, back in the day, I was working for a company that's a very high end. We're talking Dior, Prada, Gucci, like high end. I went to the place to work for them. They said I was too bold, but everything on my CV was perfect. It was just my looks. I was too bold, maybe too colored, maybe too loud, whatever. I walked in and said, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. They said, we're not taking you. It's like, that's fine. Don't want me. But I showed up with everything that I had because I believed that I was the one for that mission. 2 weeks later, they call back. They say, excuse me, like the girl that we took wasn't the right one. So would you still want the position? I won. Now, was it a failure in the first part because my friend said, yeah, they're going to take you, but at the end, they didn't take you? Okay, cool. But I walked as if I owned it. And sometimes I know because it's probably like you're in an assignment, so it's like the last right to do it. I don't know exactly what you have to do, but sometimes in the midst, it's like I'm just gonna give it my all. And so, and I do this. I don't know, like because of course, I mean, I'll just tell him I'm like, look, I'm gonna give everything, but I'm over this. Like if you don't want it, I'm fine. Like I'll just surrender. If it's not for me, that's cool. But God, you put me in this situation. I need you to come and give me a breakthrough because I cannot do it no more. Like this is draining me. Now, this is how I talk to God, but I know like some of y'all don't. But like I sometimes I just go like so intense. I'm like, I can't. So I just like focus on now. I know it's a session because like I had one where I had to actually redouble school. When I was in Paris, I did tell my dad we passed by one of the schools that I was at. I changed a couple of times schools and I failed at my level. And I've never understood. And even today, if I can give you my honest truth about this, I failed at my O level. I think it's the equivalent of the O level. In France, it's called le baccalauréat. Anyways, didn't get le baccalauréat. I failed it, I think, out of so if you get over 10 out of 20, you're good on all subjects. But for some reason, I only got, I think I was at 9.7 or 9.6. School and me were not friends, right? And they didn't give it to me. XY reason. Hey, Andy. And I had to double it. I had to redo it. Now I had to do it the next again week, right? Till today, I still don't even know why I didn't get the thing. And I probably will never understand because I didn't learn anything from this. And clearly, and it's funny because it was marketing. But today, I'm an ace in marketing and branding, but I didn't need a paper to tell me exactly what I was, right? This is true for me too. And God has been so good. He has put me in rooms that no man, no woman, no dog, no camel, no whale could open for me. And I have opened as if I am a walking, living legend. But inside, I'm like, not dying, but I'm like a crisp. Like you could walk on me and I could crisp in 2 seconds. I can't explain with you. I found what works for me. I've found my voice. I've added the skills and I've just walked into it. And I've just expected that I'm not expecting anything in return, but it's a confidence that you get. It's like Wi-Fi. You can't feel it. You don't know. Like, it's so frustrating when Wi-Fi doesn't work, but it's confidence. I call it Godfidence. If you keep on working on yourself, focusing on the thing, talking about the same thing, just like I do all the time. I always talk about the confidence. I always talk about the supplements, to a point where somebody was like, can you stop talking about your supplements? No, you can exit if you don't want to stay. Okay. You might as well take it. Link in bio. But I'm going to do me. And I think if we have more confidence, more Godfidence, and just walking into things, like, I don't owe you anything. But what I will is I'll give you everything. But I'll still stand regardless, because I'm not expecting anything. And I'll give you one last thing. And I know I said I was going to give you one last thing, but I'm like, war. I know that if somebody does not want me in their life, I'm okay. If you don't want me as your partner in your life, and I want you, but you don't want me, I'm okay. Because I'm detaching myself from the outcome. And that's how you should look in life. Like, yeah, it'd be great to get that, that assignment, that the work that you have to get in the architect thing. Yeah, it'd be great to get, 100K in terms of sales and whatever within the team. Yeah, it'd be cool to get it. So then I can go to, the president team and I can show off my thing. Yeah, cool. But if I don't get it, I'm cool. And it's the art of detachment. It's the art of saying, you know what? You don't want my drink? It's cool. You don't want to do business with me? It's cool. You don't want what I have? It's cool. Now, I know that you want me, right? So I know that some people in their lives, or a partner, I know, like, that's one partner in specific, I know that you want me. Or you maybe don't want me, but I know that you want me, because, like, I know, but if you don't want me, I'm cool. It's the art. It's so deep. Once you've understood that I'm detached, it's a different level. It has a different vibration. It has a different frequency. When I can detach myself from the outcome, it comes sexy. Excuse my French, as fuck. But when I don't care, I just don't care. And it does not mean I don't have feelings, guys. Like, I have feelings. I'm a Virgo. I have deep feelings. Like, I can go into a spiral and make it a whole movie. Hey, Ariana. But I'm okay regardless. Because I'm not your story. What is your story, Ariane? What is your story, Samira? What is your story, Michelle? What is your story? What is your story, 54542, right? What is your story, Jessica? What is your story, Andy? What is your story, Olivier? My story is so different. Same, I'm a Leo. Like, I will go into, like, if Netflix opened my brain for a movie, they would make millions. The amount of times I've made movies in my mind of somebody not replying to me, that's somebody that I really did like, and I've made movies into that. It's insane. That just hurts the brain. But guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I've got to figure out what I'm going to eat, because I only ate an hour ago and I've burnt so much that I need to eat more. I love you. I appreciate you. Remember to be you, do you. The world does not dictate who you are, but you dictate the world. If you guys don't know, I help the multicultural, multi-ethnic to brand on social media. So if you're looking to make 500 to 1,000 pounds every single month, absolutely, you can just drop #hybrid. You are so welcome, my love. And also, do tell me once you get closer to that, if you like, there's a couple like breathing sessions I can send over, just like to calm your zone. But yeah, my DMs are always open. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Do I coach people? Depends what type of coaching.